They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 283. I'm your host, Doc Martin, and joining us, we'll start off with the guy who decided to be late. So the guy who's actually been here for the last 30 minutes, actually 40 minutes, hanging with me. That would be our own, who craving the hunt. He was craving it so much, he was out at Target when we were like, hey, we're doing the show. Are you on there? It's our own Chris Glass. Hey, Chris.
Hi. What's happening, Doc? It's great being back. I've missed doing the show. Missed it so much that I totally forgot we were doing it tonight. I started looking back through our text messages, and I was like, shit, sure enough, it's 8. And then at 8:04, I'm at Target doing my hunt, and I was like, uh-oh, I got to bounce.
Yes.
So
I wonder if that makes the episode. That's going to be fucking hilarious.
No, because I was in the middle of like, should I get this? Should I get this? Like I was debating, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. So that would have been great.
That would have been fucking the best episode ever. Like, fuck, I gotta go to fucking do the fucking nerds. Oh,
damn, I just throw everything I get and just like haul out. My bad.
And then the guy who has been hanging out with me for the last 45 minutes, just sitting there blitzing. He's from the East Coast, and he's got a lot of headroom, apparently, with his shot there. It's our own Joshua. A lot of headroom. There you go. Either sit up or bring the camera down. Or if you're like Kennedy, just sit in your bedroom. Like,
yeah, well, I'm at work, so, you know.
I know, we get what we get, and you know what? And I appreciate what we get. So thank you.
We don't throw a fit.
Joshua, how are you?
I'm good. I missed you guys. I'm glad to, the show's back, and, I don't know. I got my PS5.
There we go.
I don't got an Xbox.
The Xbox is coming, though. It's coming.
There we go.
Whenever Microsoft decides to send it, it'll be there.
But I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back on this wonderful show.
Excellent. Yeah, we realized that we needed to be back on the show after we just started riffing on, I think on the text message or something like that, or Twitter. Yeah, because we're always fucking with each other on Twitter.
No, it's just you. It's just you.
What? No, I don't do anything.
It's just you. Every time someone posts something, like what was that whole fucking thing with Iceman? Is Iceman's gay?
He's gay, yeah.
He's still gay. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck that was about.
I was looking for the Chang from Community where he yells gay, and they have it, but they don't have to say gay. So I figured you wouldn't get the reference if you saw. So I got the guy from Three's Company doing this, like,
Don Rickles.
That was not Don Rickles. I don't know.
That was Don Knotts.
That wasn't Don Knotts. That was the guy who played.
Oh, that was Mr. Furley.
Yes.
Not Mr. Roper.
Yes.
Oh, no, it was Mr. Roper, not Mr. Furley.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Because now we've officially lost anybody that's under the age of 40 on that reference.
Me.
Yeah, actually, anybody under 50 has probably no clue about Three's Company.
The only thing I know about Three's Company is that guy was hanging out with 2 chicks and he ain't fucked neither one of them.
No, we don't know. He may have.
None of them wore bras. Go back and watch.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it was the 70s. It was a freer time.
It was
Come and
okay.
knock on our door. That's another thing I know.
Well, guys, on today's show, we're going to be talking about HBO is going to be getting a lot more movies. Also, Hawkeye casting and our lucks and problems with getting the next-gen video game system. I think we all have at least one system. Am I correct, class?
I have one.
Okay. Yeah, you went to GameStop and pre-ordered and then went the day it came out?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll talk about all that fun stuff. But on first off, in tech news, YouTube will remind users to keep comments respectful. I can't even say it before posting. Now, I usually try to post stuff on the Craven the Toy Hunt because he always cannot tell the difference between an MJ and a Gwen Stacy figure.
Which I went out hunting today, and there will be an Easter egg in this upcoming week's video where I come across one of those, Doc.
So, and what I'm referencing, if you've not seen the episode, he is just flipping through the figures as he typically does on the show. And a Gwen Stacy figure comes up. Now, it has an MJ head on it,
Yes.
but he goes, quickly dismissing MJ figure, blah, blah, blah. And so we had a discussion, Joshua and I, earlier while we were waiting for you, class. And I'm like, now, if there are other figures that have other little heads in them, correct? Now,
Correct.
do you say the name, like, let's say you've got a Beast and there's a Nimrod head. Do you go, Nimrod? And then just keep moving? Or do you say Beast?
Yeah, I should have said Gwen Stacy because it's known as the Gwen Stacy figure with the MJ head. And There's been many times that I've gone back and I've watched the video and I was like, I've called figures a totally wrong figure, like total wrong name. I'm like, oh, all right. Doc just calls me out on it, but I expect nothing more or nothing less. So,
well, I mean, I was just watching it, which the funny thing is the one place, the Hollywood Figures and stuff like that. I was watching it with Stacy, and she was like, "What is that place? That looks interesting." And she looked it up. So they may be getting. Is that out in over there by the old Green Tree?
It's right across the street from Green Tree Mall.
Okay, that's what it looked like.
Facing Green Tree Mall, for those of you very isolated for
Southern Indiana people.
Yeah. If you're like looking at it and you have like Texas Roadhouse and JCPenney on this side, it's across the shopping center, like across the way on this side. There's like an AT&T building. It's like in between AT&T and the mall. So you'll see it right there.
Excellent. You should go do it.
They're expensive, but they're cool.
Yeah, I noticed some of their pops were like, when you lifted it up, and I was like, ooh, wow, that's a little more than I would look to spend.
They're steep. I had a conversation with the guy when I went in to record, because most of the time I'll go into these stores and it's like, it doesn't matter if it's Walmart, Target, whatever. But when I go in these like smaller places, I want to get permission and then tell them about the show and then give them, I'll put their information in the comments or in the credits or whatever you call that shit.
Yeah.
Comments. That's what the YouTubers say.
Well, not in the comments, but like in the...
No, they say...
No, the description. Yeah. He's talking about the description.
The description. Yeah, there you go. And so I told him, he was like, yeah, by all means do that. And he even said, he's like, we're not the cheapest place, and I go, well, I get it. You guys are like a brick and mortar store as opposed to like an Amazon. And so he's like, yeah, we're not the cheapest place, but we have a lot of like rare shit. And like, I think the video kind of showed some of that, but yeah, they're a little pricey, but
yeah,
if you're looking for something in particular, like they had some Reservoir Dog like NECA figures that I'd never seen before, and it was like $50 for like 5 figures, and I was like, that's not bad. But some of the shit was a little pricey. And
I was when I saw that, I was wondering why, like, did they come out with the full box set, but then you can buy the individuals? Because I figure if you're gonna get all the figures, just go get the whole box set, correct?
Right. I wouldn't understand why you would want just like a Mr. Blonde.
Yeah.
Or like, like you would need the whole, like, you need Mr. Pink as well. Like you need all of them. So Mr. Brown sounds like Mr. Shit.
So if you're watching Kraven the Toy Hunter, or Kraven the Toy Hunt, sorry. Apparently they're going to, when you post it, there's going to be something that comes up that says, if you're not sure whether your comment is appropriate, read our community guidelines. Did we make a mistake? And then post it or edit it, because they're wanting to try to cut down on like hate, racism, just being what they call being Doc, that kind of things.
Yep. I've noticed that since first uploading that in there. It does say it actually gives me a filter to if
you can review.
I can review everything, and it also says like automatically like eliminate things that have like keywords like hate words in there. But I'm like, nah, man, we'll leave it open, and it's like someone wants to hate. Dude, I don't know why, but like I've gotten a couple of my videos have gotten like a thumbs down, and I'm like, whoa, man, like if you don't like it, just like scroll on by. You don't have to be like, I totally don't like it, and I want you to know about it. So we're giving you the thumbs down.
That was me because of misidentifying the no.
That hurt my feelings.
They just hate because you get all the good shit and then you get it at a good price.
Maybe. I've gotten a lot of good comments, like a lot of positive feedback on your suggestion. It was you and a buddy of mine, Eric Fate. Y'all both suggested doing the American Pickers kind of like, I bought it for this, and you can, the average email or eBay sell price is this. I've gotten a lot of positive reviews on that. So good looking out, Doc.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. Actually, I think because we're trying to plan a trip, I've got a new drone. Maybe we can, when we go to places, we can do the drone shot, and then you've got... What?
That's awesome.
I would be fucking kick him out the car.
Like adding more enhancement. I can't do the drone shot for this fucking show. Like, it's 3 guys on a fucking Zoom video. I know. I've got a drone, and that's like my 3rd one, but it's the one actually when I started it, which went straight up and like it hovered, and then you could set it up to follow. Sometimes you gotta do
be in
cool
the store
stuff
with that shit.
No, not in the store, motherfucker. Like, do a shot with when we're outside, because he does usually a still image or something like that of the store. How cool because his other people I've seen, they do a drone shot where you see the shot lifting up, showing the store and everything else.
I forgot to tell class. I was scrolling through my YouTube stuff because I watch YouTube like every day now, and I saw what I thought was his show, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't Class. Who is this shit? Get him the fuck out of here!
What? It was someone look like me, or
No, it's just somebody doing a toy hunting show.
Toy hunting, but it kind because you have that distinguished look, and I had to do a double take, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not Class. Some fucking guy with it, like, and I'm like,
You do realize like that those shows have been going for a while. Two, Class is stealing the looks of other people's show, just like I do.
Huh?
Yeah.
What am I stealing?
I don't know.
No, I need to know. I need to know this.
No, you're not stealing. You are you're seeing what works and utilizing it.
Do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, what I see a lot of people do is they go on they record the entire, like the second they walk in and like the whole aisle. I try to chop it up and make it a little bit like, faster. A lot of these toy hunt videos are like 30 minutes long. And from what I've heard
That's too long.
Feedback I've gotten, it's like the average, you get the most benefit from like about a 10 to 12 minute video. Some of mine go about 15, maybe about 15
17.
minutes. 17 was my last one. So I try to keep them down.
Were you counting every fucking minute there or something?
No.
Jesus Christ,
I'm
Class,
editing.
17 minutes.
When I edited it down. Yeah, did you see that, Joshua?
No, I just fucking, like, you have to understand, I watch on my fucking TV. So it's like when I look, it says in the bottom right hand corner, it says 17 minutes. I'm like, oh, he did a 17-minute video. Let me watch. Like, that's just forced to happen with all my fucking YouTube.
Sure.
Fucking,
sure.
yeah.
When I edit it, I try to keep it at about 12 minutes. So.
It's a very well done show. I enjoy watching it. I was with somebody watching it, and she was like, he has wonderful white teeth. I was like, yeah, well, too bad.
I do?
Yeah. I was like, well, too bad. He's not here. I am. So, fuck it.
They're all cricket.
It's all right. Stacy always goes, Class is always well dressed, and he puts himself together. I don't know about you two fuckers. So,
really?
yeah.
No, but that's the thing, though. My friends at work were like, why is it that you can't look nice and groomed like your other friends on the show? I'm like, the fuck you care? Like,
I think Joshua always looks like cool and just like chill and relaxed. Doc always has his hair done, and I feel like I'm like third man on the totem pole, which is okay with me, man. Y'all are the looks of this operation.
Well, guys,
right,
continuing on with tech news, but Virgin Galactic, which will be launching into space, has got their...
That's still a thing?
Yeah, they are. They're going to be launching very soon. They've also got their new space suits, and guess who's making them? Class, who do you think would be a good company to make spacesuits?
NASA?
I don't think NASA does really, like, they don't make... I mean, yes, they do. Okay, I'll go with NASA. All right, Joshua?
It's Virgin. It's got to be something commercial. I don't know, the Gap.
You're going much closer. Under Armour will now be creating their space suits, probably to also sell when they come out there. They're about 2.2 pounds. Use flight grade fabrics that are also robust and strong. They're designed for comfort when you're floating in 0G, or press back in your seat during rocket powered boost phases.
How the fuck do you know this if they've never they haven't taken it to space yet?
But the outfits are out there.
Jesus Christ.
The suits will be seen on test flight that could happen as early as next Friday, the 11th, out in New Mexico. So we'll see how well they do if they burn up and fall to the ground. Oh, I didn't say that. No.
Oh,
no.
How dare you?
That challenged me when I said that.
Challenge.
You see what he did there, right, folks? I know that motherfucker last week. Was it last week that space shuttle rocketed out in fucking space? You were like, crash.
No, when was that? I don't watch rockets. I'm not that kind of person.
It was actually 1 week or 2 weeks ago. They fucking shot a fucking rocket into space, and they had to dock at a space station, and they're like, yeah, we made it. And I was like, I know dock. Crash.
No, I didn't know. No, I don't want people to crash. No, I just made a joke. I want people to wear their fucking mask when they go to a store. Oh my god, I can't breathe in this.
Oh, bro, I had a fucking real quick. This guy was picking up dead bodies for the funeral home, and he's like, no mask, coughing, and I'm like, What the fuck?
You can't get it off of dead COVID people, so I don't know what you're worried about.
I don't know. I haven't heard any science that says otherwise.
So then I kind of wonder, what are the craziest brand clothing lines? Like, McDonald's has clothing. Like, I don't know who would wear
do?
McDonald's. KFC, they've made a number of different things. Usually in Japan, it's huge in Japan.
Yeah, I got one FUBU.
How about Bufu? By us, fuck you.
Like, do you guys know any other, where you just don't think of them as a clothing line and they sell clothing?
Well, Under Armour is a fucking clothing line, so this is...
But I'm talking like Snapchat has clothing line and...
Do they?
Yep.
It's called marketing, though. Hey, put our fucking logo on something so people can wear it.
But I mean, that's the thing is like,
gear.
would you be willing to wear like a McDonald's shirt?
If I mean, I eat McDonald's. I think I'm pretty much showing my affiliation to McDonald's. I don't need to wear a fucking coat, saying, "Hey, McDonald's." Oh, this fat fuck loves McDonald's. Look at that.
You do see some of those like bright ass like coats that are like Fruit Loops and like.
Well, those are racing jackets.
Those right. Oh well.
Those are racing jackets with sponsorships
They look very
on them.
urban, like some of these like.
You're saying black is what you're saying. We know what urban means in your world.
I mean, they look like, and I don't see that being like.
And you're correct. There are a lot of black people that do wear those race, like you see them with the M&M jackets and stuff like that.
Yeah. But like, is that like? I don't think like racing is very
urban.
targeted-
Are you trying to say urban
targeted
again?
To like the urban community. I'm just saying like you don't hear a lot of like Hispanic or like Asian people or black people like all about racing. It's usually like a white people thing. Like
No, here's the thing, class.
Oh no! Wait! He just said Asian people don't like racing. They made a whole fucking movie in Asia.
Like I'm not talking about Tokyo Drift style. Like we're not doing that at the Indy 500. I'm saying like going around and around 500 times.
It's a status thing. It's one of those phenomenons I never understood because like one of the jackets was like the DuPont racing jacket.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he wearing? Like, does he even know where the fuck that's from? But it's just like one of those weird things. It's like it's a status thing. It's like, oh, that guy got money or he's a drug dealer.
Oh, okay.
Why,
Like,
if you're a drug dealer, why would you want people to identify you as like? Because then the police will be like, oh, he's.
Because like you're gonna be like, why does this kid who lives in a fucking shitty fucking neighborhood have a $500 jacket?
That's true. That's true.
You know, it's like it's one of those things, but it's like that's a weird style of like urban people, you know.
Urban.
Well, that sets us up for what you can buy next. And the whole app, Cash App, is going to be selling a clothing line from it, coming out very soon. You can get onto their website right now and look at 3D models of people dancing in the outfits, like T-shirts and sweatshirts and jackets, pants. You actually will earn an extra 25% off if you use the service instead of a credit card.
Okay. The Cash App?
Cash App, yeah. Sign up now.
It's basically AKA, can you spot me $5? Yeah. I'll
Isn't
Cash App
that the
you.
one where they're like, oh, I get paid next week, but I need $10 right now. Oh, thanks, Cash App.
No, that's not Cash App. That's
And
like
that
those fucking payday loans. Fucking.
Yeah, I never understand that. They're like, oh, they don't charge me anything. It's like, that doesn't they don't do that. That's not, no.
No, you got to read the fine print. They're actually in trouble. Those things are like getting, like, there's like an ongoing thing, I believe, where they're like, you have to prove that you're not a payday loan.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like illegal in some states.
Yeah, no, it's illegal
Yeah,
in New York.
it's called predatory loaning.
Yeah, so they're just like, yeah. That's why I'm like, I look at these commercials on Hulu and I'm like, why are they? This is not legal here.
No, it's not.
But you know what the best part is? You get a payday loan and don't pay them back. They can't do anything because it's not legal here.
Really?
Yeah, a coworker told me, he's like, yeah, I borrowed like a fucking $100 on a payday loan, and they're like, hey, we want our money back. He's like, well, it's illegal, so call the cops.
I'm gonna have to see if that's available in Indiana. If it's not, I take advantage of that and just go on a big toy hunt.
No, Indiana pretty much allows anything. You can have exotic animals. You can have COVID. They don't care. You do whatever you want to in Indiana.
We are full of both of those.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, you are. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in movie news, Warner Brothers and HBO Max, they said their 2020 schedule is going to be coming out in 2021. So if you have HBO Max, there are a number of good to decent movies coming out. The first one.
You actually had to fucking restrain yourself when saying that. I just saw it right now. You good and decent movies. You fucking prick. I saw that. I'm gonna rewind this one.
There is one movie on that list that I am actually super excited for. There's a couple that I'm mildly interested in seeing. There's others that I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
So the Suicide Squad is because it's James Gunn, right? That's what you're excited about?
Yeah, it's because of James Gunn. Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Can't I not like James Gunn? I love a lot of his stuff. What?
Hold on. Before the show started, folks, he was like, it sucks for the Suicide Squad because, I really wanted to make money. And I'm like, why the fuck? James Gunn.
Yes, I wanted him to have success and then them to go, oh, this is how we should do our movies. Not keep giving Ava DuVernay money to make. We don't know what she makes anymore. She just, they just keep giving her licenses to stuff, but she never makes anything. And the only thing she did make.
What do you mean? She's associated with the New Gods.
Well, now the New Gods is on hold because she's got that CW show she's supposed to be running, and she's got the comic book HBO series. What is it called? I forgot what it's called, but it's based upon a comic. And I'm like, what has she done that people are like, oh, she's the next great thing? Like, she's got somebody over. But let's talk about the movies that are coming out. First one will be the Wonder Woman 1984 movie coming out on Christmas Day. And actually it'll be 4K because a lot of people have complained that HBO Max does not have 4K. So the other people are thinking that possibly Roku may be finally getting in bed, and because you cannot get HBO Max on your Roku.
I thought they said it was coming to Roku.
No, there's been no declaration on if it is.
Oh, so maybe it was the Fire Stick that I saw.
Yeah, Fire Stick. It's already on. I think the Fire Stick.
Oh, I saw the announcement for something, and I was like, it was either Roku or Fire Stick, but I guess
Fire Stick. That's what it was. Mortal Kombat, which I haven't seen anything on. It's supposed to be coming out in January 15th. Like, have you guys seen anything on the Mortal Kombat movie?
Just casting, and that's about it.
That's about it. So I don't know if they've actually shot anything or not. There is The Little Thing that's going to be featuring Denzel and Rami Malek. They're going to be hunting down a serial killer, and guess who's playing the serial killer? The perfect serial killer, Jared Leto. That shitty Tom and Jerry movie is going to be coming to HBO Max. If you've not seen the trailer for that,
Tom and Jerry movie?
Oh yeah, it's a live action Tom and Jerry movie with
animated Tom and Jerry.
It looks like if you remember the movies like Dunstan Checks In or Home Alone or anything of those just shitty fucking movies, that's what it looks like. Just
I can't believe you said Dunstan Checks In. Like anybody who fucking listens to the show or watches the show,
there's gonna be somebody who's like, oh fucking, I love monkey movies. Dunstan Checks In. He's not a monkey, I think
he's an orangutan.
He's an orangutan, yeah.
Now, is it gonna be like Alvin and the Chipmunks, like that style?
Well, no, the Tom and Jerry are animated, and the rest are kind of Roger Rabbit kind of thing, without the really good humor or anything like that. They apparently Jerry is Jerry's the rat, right?
Jerry is the mouse.
Okay, him and Tom break up, and he moves into a hotel, and
break up.
Yeah, like he's we have to go our separate ways. This is not a healthy relationship. Okay. So he goes to New York and gets a little like mouse penthouse, and because the guy from Saturday Night Live is getting married to an Indian woman, they need everything to be on the up and up, and then they find out that so she hires Tom to come and hunt down Jerry, and the hilarity occurs.
Ensues.
This premise already sounds fucked.
Go watch the trailer. Oh, it's just what you would figure.
I had no. Once I saw that, like, I remember a coworker was playing, and I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Nope.
So I just. But the fact that you explained it just makes me laugh even harder. And he said Jerry the Rat.
Jerry the Rat. Speaking of Jerry the Rat, the prequel to The Sopranos, featuring James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini.
That looks good.
It's going to be on March 12th, which I've not seen anything of that.
I've seen like stills and stuff for that.
The sci-fi drama Reminiscences with Hugh Jackman and.
Way to do your research, asshole.
Well, I just can't pronounce Reminiscence Science. It looks like fuck it. where people have the unique ability to let their clients revisit any memory, but this one person falls in love with the client's memories, but then finds out that this woman is not as who he expects her to be. Godzilla vs. King Kong, which was kind of like the second news of Warner Brother movies coming straight to HBO Max, featuring the always Millie Bobby Brown.
Tom in the background.
What's that?
It sounds like Tom in the background.
He's like, "Where's that rat, Jerry?
Where's the damn rat?"
It's coming out May 21st. The Conjuring, because we need more of those. June 4th. The Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical In the Heights is coming out.
That's done. I don't know why they gotta wait that long.
I guess because they want to kind of release something each month, so that's waiting on.
Why
Then
not have that come out fucking after fucking Wonder Woman? Like that movie's gonna no one's gonna care.
they're dumping Mortal Kombat in January. I guess they're wanting people to stay subscribing each month. And then this is definitely going to keep people subscribing. Space Jam: A New Legacy with LeBron James is coming out.
Oh God, did you see that? We talked about the premise of this fucking movie, right?
Let's see. It's where LeBron James' mission is to rescue his missing son Brony. He finds his way through different.
Bronny, not Brony.
It looks like Brony to me. His name is Bronny. So his kid is named. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
It's Bronny, like Braun Jr., Bronny, like, and it's not even his real son. It's like somebody
Oh.
else.
He finds his
Which I
way
think
through
is
different
hilarious.
Warner Brother movies and face off against villains. Or the villain Algie, which is Don Cheadle. And
This
it's gonna.
premise looks so fucked.
Well, I mean, just the fact they're making a Space Jam 2 is.
But it's just so, like the premise of Space Jam was he went into space. This has nothing to do with space. Like this does nothing to do.
I mean,
with
in essence, doesn't LeBron pretty much? He's like a monster where he just goes and goes. I want this guy and I want this guy.
And you know what the funny thing is though? I found this hilarious. The Monstar or the teams that the Monstars are assembled, two of the fucking guys are guys on his fucking team.
Well, like
Kyle
Anthony
Kuzma.
Davis and.
And Kyle Kuzma. And I'm just like, what the? And one of them is a girl from the WNBA. I'm like, well, like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. Suicide
Big
Squad.
shocker! I never saw the first.
Yeah, that's not gonna be
Oh,
homework.
nobody
That is
cares.
not gonna be homework. No,
It's not?
you're
Okay,
good.
okay.
You're good. You will live your. You can go to your deathbed not seeing Space Jam, and you'll be like, I
Okay.
lived. I
That'll be
lived.
on his fucking headstone. Like I never saw Space.
I never saw Space
so-
Jam. Suicide Squad, August 6th, again, which I am super excited about. Dune, October 1st, which there are a lot of nerds that are excited about it. I am not. I'm not one of those excited.
He ain't a nerd.
I know, apparently, because I never read the books, and
Those figures are hitting targets all over the place. So
they are.
I'm not familiar with it at all, but the figures look like just big, bulky, stupid figures.
The Tom Hanks Elvis biopic is coming out.
I didn't even know that was happening.
That's the thing.
Yes,
Is
yes.
he playing Elvis?
No, he's playing Colonel Tom Parker, the guy who created
Oh,
Elvis.
okay.
Yep.
That was his agent.
Yep. And then King Richard with Will Smith tells the story. Can you guys guess what King Richard's about?
A Shakespearean play.
Well, yeah, but it's not. That's not what this one's about.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what the fuck
Richard.
it's about.
It's about Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena.
What?
Yep. You know
A
the
movie about their dad?
yeah, a movie about their dad, and
What was he? Someone other than he made 2-star athletes?
he was also
I mean,
their
he trained-
coach.
they-
He was
yeah,
their
he
coach.
trained them, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So you know what? If this is a success, we're gonna get Ball, the LeVar Ball story.
The Matrix 4, which is coming out.
Kennedy, I heard Kennedy. Kennedy just say, "Yay!"
Yep. It's going to be directed by the Wachowski sisters. Why? What? That's what they identify as, and they got it all chopped off too.
One of the first episodes that I did of Nerd, since like being on, somewhat regularly, was you and Kennedy. When I had no idea what was going on with those guys or girls, whatever, and you and Kennedy were having a big discussion about this, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So anytime I think of the Matrix, that's all I think about now, Doc. Thanks.
It's just weird that two brothers at the same. Because I remember when the first one made the transition, and I saw the second one's making the transition. I was like, "That's what? How? What?"
It's surgery. That's how surgery.
No, it's just weird. Like, oh, we both grew up brothers, but we wanted to be sisters. I was just like,
They identify it as it. Judas and the Black
Hey.
Messiah.
what's that about?
It's about Fred Hampton, the leader of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party.
Oh, okay, all right.
Malignant. That's a James
That's
Wan.
actually decent.
Probably another horror movie. Probably that he's going to spin off to some kind of 8-movie deal.
Make that money.
Those Who We Wish Me Dead is I'm trying to think. He worked on Hell or Hellwater. The director Wind River. I've never seen that.
That's the dude. What, Tyler Sheridan? Is it?
Yes, he does
Yeah, he
Yellowstone and then did Sicario, which is a good movie
Yeah,
if you've never seen that.
he was the sheriff on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, Gal
Los
Gadot.
Angeles Westerns.
Gal Gadot's got a new movie she's going to be coming up. They're hoping a new spy franchise, like Mission Impossible.
Is this the one with Netflix?
Yes, it is the one with I think no, I don't know if it's with Netflix or
It's
no.
called Red Notice?
No, they haven't signed on to who it's going to go. No, Red Notice is Ryan Reynolds and The Rock Johnson.
And
No.
she's in it too.
Yeah, she's
So
in
that's
that
what-
one, but this one is going to be called The Heart of Stone. It's an original spy thriller. The person who wrote the screenplay to The Old Guard, which if you've not seen that on Netflix, that's a good based on a comic book. And then
sequel.
well, yeah, the comic is a sequel too, so there's a setup for that. But yeah, they're hoping that she will be. Has anybody realized that? This may be an unpopular opinion, but Gal Gadot is not really that great of an actress.
I don't have a problem with her.
I didn't even know. Yeah,
She's not in Space Jam. No, she's Wonder Woman.
she does. Yeah. Oh, I know who she is.
Okay,
She was the voice of the race car driver in Wreck-It Ralph too.
She does a very fine job.
you're saying her assets do a very fine
Yeah,
job.
I mean,
There's
it's
nothing there. That
Oh,
woman is
Jesus
not.
Christ. No,
like,
she's
that
not.
woman
She's
is
not.
Yeah.
I mean, like all in all, it's like I prefer like curves a little bit more. But that is, I mean, there's no denying that's a pretty.
When they casted her as fucking, yeah, she's pretty, but they're like, like she ain't filling out that costume, you know?
What, the Wonder Woman?
No, it was a very
Yeah.
odd because
No.
I mean, I always imagine like a tall like an
She's
Amazonian.
tall,
She's
no.
an Amazon. Like
Gal
No,
Gadot's
she's
tall.
not.
Big
She's
and
not.
just
She's like
not bulky.
Like, yeah, there you go. And I was just like,
yeah. Like look up a Cindy Landbolt. What's her name? Cindy Landolt or something like that. Like a big female bodybuilder. Like I expected that for like a She-Hulk or like a Wonder Woman even. Like she's an Amazonian. So like with a stature, that's what I expected. But
Like the girl who was in the pilot for NBC, she like the costume had pants. It didn't have a skirt, and I was like, oh, this is the idea.
Yeah, she played Mockingbird
You know?
in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is the one
Yeah.
who played the when they were trying to do the revamp the TV series.
Yeah.
oh, okay. I could see that.
Did Mockingbird
Yeah.
die on Agents of Shield?
I gave up a long time ago.
I saw I saw
When they put
finale.
Iris in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D., I gave up a long time. Oh, no, wait, that's a different show.
Okay, he's making jokes that don't pertain to this show. Anyway, I saw the series finale, and I was just like,
You watched the finale just to be like, what? How does this all end?
because I had company over and they like watching the show, and I just
Because like, didn't they go in space and then back in time
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah, they went.
What
into
the
space.
fuck?
They were fighting the Necromons. They were like these machine people, and then like
The Borg?
then they went, yeah, kinda, because they would steal your face, and then they were fighting. They went back to like different timelines, and they were fighting the son of the guy who started Hydra, and it just got really silly, and I was just like, this is how they ended it, where they're all like, we're gonna meet back here every year, and I'm just like, fucking Yo-Yo is just like, yeah, whatever, and like it just. I just don't know, man. The show just wasn't really like Josh Whedon created the show, or he like supervised.
No, his brother.
Okay,
created the show.
I realized watching Whedon-esque shows and whatever is people die for no apparent reason.
Well, yeah,
The guy really
he
gory
wants
deaths.
he wants you to be like, oh, here's anybody can die.
Yeah, that when they were in space, it was like people were like, "Oh, I like this guy, dead. Oh, I like this girl, dead. Oh, this dead." And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like, what am I watching? Game of Thrones here?
No,
Fucking-
Right.
Like, I was just like, but whatever.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, people are super excited for the Toxic Avenger, and Peter Dinklage is now signed on to be in it.
Nobody cares.
I did. What did I put on? Was it our Facebook thing or on Twitter that like? I feel like
it
was it Facebook.
thing.
I just like I feel like Toxic Avenger. There's a lot of people that are like super excited for it, but I don't think it's gonna make money. Like it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a cult
I
film.
feel like it's been in development for such a long time, though.
That I don't know.
The original was so fun. Like I remember being like, watching that on like Up All Night or something with like Rhonda Shear, and like it was just a
for
fun,
her
like-
assets, right? For her assets. Okay.
Oh yeah, she wasn't a great actress either. But
I'm in the movie.
But the movie, like Toxic Avenger, was like super fun and corny and cheesy, and it's like I ate that shit up, man. It was great though.
They were
Like
bad.
really bad, but I like what's the name of the guy from New Jersey who puts those together? The creator.
Trauma.
Yeah.
He
forgot
was
the
in
guy's
fucking
name.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it was. Was he?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
he was in the prison breakout scene. He's like, it's Neil. It's I know who he is. I know his face. I forgot his name. But
Lloyd.
yeah.
I'm sorry. No. Wait. Lloyd Kaufman was the one who
Something
created that,
Lloyd.
but it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Trauma
yeah,
film.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaufman.
Yeah,
And,
Lloyd Kaufman.
Dude, that was so. I like how I loved how cheesy it is. So if they're gonna try to like revamp it and make it like more legit or like
I think they are.
give it any kind of budget,
I think
like-
they are because of the director that's coming on, Malcolm Blair, who,
Okay.
if you've never seen the movie Green Room, that I highly it's like on Amazon or something like that. Watch that. That movie is like it's like I watched it for when I do the horror thing, and that's a fucking good movie. Like you just
Yeah.
go in,
Pause.
just go what?
no, just
No,
keep
you
going.
froze.
Oh,
you
sorry.
froze,
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Green Room. Go watch that movie. It is amazing, and it's just a dark fucking movie.
All right, Clash, you do that. I'm not doing that.
No, you should watch it. No, you'll enjoy it, Joshua. Like
You know,
it will surprise the fuck out. Like you were just like,
Okay, so I want to put this out there. When they advertised that movie, I thought the premise of the movie was Patrick Stewart was holding people hostage and killing them. Then I watched the trailer, and then I was just like, "This is the dumbest fucking." They get trapped in a room, and somebody's trying to attack them, and they're like, "We got to survive." And I'm like, "Where the fuck does Patrick Stewart come in all this?" And
so the movie, as he's badly describing, is about these kind of punk rock kids who's got a band and they just lost one of their gigs, and this white nationalist place books them. And so while they play and they go in the green room to just kind of break down and stuff like that, and then they oversee a murder, and then the white nationalist people are like, these fucking people are not leaving. Fuck them. So they're like, how do we get out of this fucking place? And Patrick Stewart is like the leader of the group, and it's
yeah, like I just described it perfectly. Anyway,
No, he
the
didn't.
movie looks creepy.
no Green Room class. You ever get to watch it? Watch it. It's actually extremely good. Do not.
You know what's on fucking Amazon Prime? Thanksgiving. That looks like a really good fucking movie.
Thanksgiving.
Have you never seen Thanksgiving?
I have with the turkey with the like.
Yeah,
with the
gobble
turkey.
gobble,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Hell yeah! It starts
Yeah,
off with
yeah.
nice tits, bitch. I was like instantly sold on this movie. And then the part
Yeah,
where,
No,
Thanksgiving.
her assets, Doc. Her assets.
like the part where
There's
he's
even a sequel, right? of
no,
Thanksgiving
well,
too.
there's the third movie. They said the second movie was so bad that it was destroyed on purpose, and then that's why on purpose. Shut the fuck up. Do not correct my English. It's my English, and I mispronounce words as I do. And then yes, no, there's never been a sequel, but there's the third
Or
movie
three.
where they go in
Oh,
where they go
they're
in
gonna make a
space.
movie.
They go in space.
They're gonna make a movie about part 2, and then it's like
Thanksgiving in space.
the disaster artist. They're like the unknown Thanksgiving 2 movie.
So I mean, so that just brings us to a good question then. Like, it is December. This was brought up on our message board thing. It's not like what Christmas movies you watch, because there are other religious groups out there that watch other ones. But like, what do you try to watch?
For this trap.
What do you try to watch in December? It can be a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
Like, Class. Let's start with you. Like, what do you try to watch?
The guy who doesn't watch movies?
I know, but I'm figuring there's something.
What do I definitely, all right. It's a, I don't know how this started, but probably about 6 or 7 years ago, sometime towards Christmas time, my daughter and I watch Nacho Libre.
Around what time?
It's always around Christmas time.
Why?
We watch Nacho. I don't know. It just started happening, and we just made it like a tradition.
Like, is there ever in Christmas in this movie, or just
no reference to Christmas whatsoever?
I mean, that's adorable. I'm not taking that away from you, but
yeah. I mean, I even see the little pop. Like
you can watch that movie any time of the year, and like summertime actually would be better, right?
I will, and I do. But like, that's part of. We will watch something. Let me see. The
was
cartoon.
not
the cartoon.
Okay,
the
the original like old school Grinch one. Okay.
Yeah, that. A lot of the claymation kind of Rudolph or the stop motion.
Yep.
Rudolph and Rudolph for sure, and if we're going Christmas, Rudolph and the Grinch would do that for sure.
All right, Joshua
and Nacho
with your small heart.
I don't know what to tell you, Chief. Like, don't give a shit.
So there's no movies in December that you like. I have to watch because it's Christmas time.
No, I don't. If I feel like fucking watching a movie, I'm gonna watch it. Like, you know what I watched yesterday while I was washing clothes?
Nacho Libre?
Winter Soldier. No, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Had a nice time. Is that a movie you want me to tell you I watched in December?
Well, it does. It have winter in it, so
yeah, that
it's
counts.
way closer than Nacho Libre.
It is. You got me there.
So, like, I don't get festive and hey, I'm gonna watch the show because it's that time of the month.
All right. Well, then, you heathens, I watch at least Nightmare Before Christmas. Ever so often, Die Hard. Some of us do watch Die Hard. Class, you haven't watched it, right?
Yeah. You know why he likes watching Die Hard? Because he likes seeing that chick jump off the fucking thing right before it's out.
Okay.
Always A Christmas Story, because they play it 24 hours on Christmas Day.
Apparently, that movie hasn't aged well. I don't know why.
It's
because the Asian
But do Asian people still sing like that? I mean, I remember William Hung. He sang like that.
I've never seen the movie, but I've heard that.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Yes.
This is a Christmas movie. Okay.
Yes, it is a Christmas movie.
I heard that as far as the Christmas Story goes, when they showed it on TV, they've cut that part out. Again, I've never seen that, but I've heard about that one part that they're like, "Oh, this didn't age well." Where they go to the Chinese restaurant and like that's how they sing it. So it sounded funny. I don't know.
Is Harold? No. Well, they made a Harold and Kumar Christmas movie.
They did make a Harold and Kumar Christmas movie. You're right.
I went to the theaters and watched that.
It was all right. I mean, it's nothing.
I remember. I think I used to watch Charlie Brown, but like, Charlie Brown just like in general, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, like those. Charlie Brown kind of sucks, man.
They're very depressing if you actually watch them.
Yeah,
and if you go back and watch Rudolph this year, watch it and pay attention to the way Santa treats everybody. He's an asshole. Like, he starts complaining about the way the elves are singing and then all this. And That's
every Santa, though.
No.
Yeah, because Santa's, like, fucking under a lot of pressure. He's got the biggest month of the year, you know. He's got to do all this shit. So he's going to be a dick. Maybe one Santa you see,
in the Fat Man, he tried to be nice. He really loved his elves that worked for him.
Once again, Doc doing something that you probably won't get. So, Doc, give it away.
Elf is a good movie.
Elf is a good movie. And if you've got Netflix and you want to see the Christmas movies that make us, they do Nightmare Before Christmas and they do Elf. Which the interesting part is with Nightmare Before Christmas, with it being Tim Burton, it was just his idea. He was working on Batman Returns, which is a Christmas movie also. that he barely even really did anything on that movie except have his name on it and was the inspiration.
Well, because he wrote the book.
Yeah, well, he wrote the idea for all the characters and the stories, but he didn't write the actual screenplay. He didn't write the music. Yeah.
You keep saying that, but he wrote the book.
He didn't write a book. He wrote ideas for a movie that he pitched to Disney.
Look it up. He has a book. It's by Tim Burton. It's not Tim Burton. I bought the fucking book.
I know you bought the book that they based the movie on.
Yes, which was written by who?
I think somebody. No, he did not write that book. Tim Burton did not write down, hey, this is my story of Nightmare Before Christmas, and it goes exactly somehow like the movie, even though the screenplay writer created her own thing and everything else. So go watch the Netflix series and you'll learn more. But the one thing you won't be watching on Netflix is because Dave Chappelle felt like he was a slave when CBS sold the rights to, and that's what he said to, what are you jerking off over there, Josh? What, you all right there? Netflix first made the show available on November 1st, but now it's no longer available, especially with the contract that Chappelle has with Netflix. He asked them, didn't feel this was right since he wasn't getting any money for the series, and they quickly pulled it. So I think right now there's no way to watch it unless you have the DVDs, right?
No, you can watch
Chappelle
it on
Show, CBS All Access.
Oh, so CBS still has the rights to it. Okay.
And you can
CBS
go to
All
the
Access
Comedy
is on
Central app.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. So yeah.
Yes, but here's the funny thing about that story, Doc. Did you know what Netflix did? They wanted to make Dave Chappelle happy. They took the show off Netflix, but you know what they did afterwards?
What'd they do?
They raised the price up by $1.
Oh, with Netflix?
Yeah, all subscription prices went up $1.
But do you think that was because of Dave Chappelle?
No.
Oh.
They're totally unrelated. But think about it. You give Netflix all your money. You're like, fuck, man, I got you. Because they were hyping it up. They were like, oh, Chappelle Show's coming.
Yep.
Yay. And everybody was hyped. And then you come home, you're like, where's Chappelle Show?
I think HBO Max has Chappelle Show also.
I said it.
Yeah.
HBO Max has Chappelle Show. So you come home and you go to your Netflix and no Chappelle Show. You're like, what? And then you get a notice in the mail saying,
oh, yeah, we're raising your thing. Yep.
You're raising it up with that. What the fuck?
That's right.
Fuck Netflix. I'm going to HBO.
That's right.
Max.
Right. We need to make the Kissing Booth 3. That costs money. So we're getting on that.
My 2 cents is don't get mad because you signed a contract and you could have made money, but you decided you didn't want to do the show anymore and stop because you made more money.
Well, he said that they started, the white people around the show started laughing a little different at jokes. And
No,
that's
what he said. He said he didn't like the producers of the show laughing at a skit. You did. And it goes, and I swear to God, I find this funny. It's the same thing with Chef Isaac Hayes and South Park, where they were like, hey, you had no problem making fun of other religions while we were on the show. But once we started making fun of your religion and laughing at your religion, now it's a problem.
Yep.
It boggles my fucking mind that this man is like, I don't want you to watch this show because I want to get paid. But mind you, you walked away from a contract when there was no streaming services at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to give you more money than most people on fucking network television make per episode. And you were going to get a cut of the fucking DVD sales. But you said, you know what? I don't want to do this more. And you went to fucking do whatever the fuck you want to do. Now all of a sudden, people who pay and do all this stuff, now they can't watch the show because you were like, I want to get paid. Well, sorry. You signed a contract. And they were going to give you more money. And here's another fucking thing. And Doc, I want you to answer this question honestly. Do you think the guy who told him when he presented the show at HBO that told him, you know what? We don't need you anymore. You think that person still has a fucking job after that show was as successful as it was?
Nope.
So, but he doesn't say that.
Nope.
He makes it seem like, oh, HBO was like, we don't need you. But HBO is a bunch of people in charge.
Yep.
It boggles my fucking mind.
Unless that same guy was bringing Key and Peele at the same time. He's like, but I've got another show.
No, because you know what? at the time HBO was doing fucking Chappelle Show was coming out, I think HBO had the life.
But you're talking about like Viacom, right?
No, because he said HBO.
Oh.
He said he took it to HBO. So the only funny shows on HBO were probably Life of Louis, which was the Louis C.K. show that was like scripted. And,
oh, you mean when he was pitching Chappelle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So and maybe Entourage. Those were the only like good comedies on HBO at the time. I could be wrong, but you honestly think the guy who told you no had a fucking job after your show exploded?
Oh yeah, no,
Like-
no.
And then he's like, "Oh, I can't give you Chappelle Show because they own the rights." You think people give a fuck if you have another title to the show?
Mm-mm.
You think for all the time that you've been gone, if Netflix said, "Hey, Dave, you want to do a 30-minute show?" But we can't call it Chappelle Show. We could call it something else. You think people fucking care?
No.
So that's my little fucking rant, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! I looked at that, and I was like, either something's wrong with him, or he owes somebody money. That's like seriously, I swear to God. He's like, he's all weird, and he's like, and I'm just like, do you owe people money or something? Because your net worth is $55 million. Netflix is giving you whatever the fuck you want. Like, celebrities, man.
Let's move on to Hawkeye then. Well, the longest dragged out news was that we would be getting Katie Bishop on the new Hawkeye series. That even Jeremy Renner came out and said that before Haley Steinfeld, because she apparently she was dragging her feet of announcing that she was playing the part, and he was just like, "She's playing the part. Just everybody get with it."
I didn't know that because I just thought that we knew she was playing the part.
Yeah, it was just like, I think, but like she had never officially came out and said the part until he did it. And then all of a sudden, like the next day, there's photos of them in scenes where she's dressed up like Katie Bishop. And then Florence Pugh, who's in the Black Widow movie, I guess will be reprising her role as the new Black Widow. And then
now, let me ask you a question. Do you think this is going to spoil Black Widow in essence, or do you think like
I feel like the Buddy show is gonna spoil Black Widow.
so like the
Buddy
premise
show.
was
The Falcon and Bucky.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, I don't know if you were privy to reading this. I don't know if it's true, but Fiji said the start of the fourth phase is Black Widow, right?
Well, I mean, they initially said it was Spider-Man Far From Home, and then they changed that and said that was the end. But yes, Black Widow should have been the launch of the... But Black Widow's also set in the past.
Yeah, so my thing is, though, if you think about it, are they doing themselves a disservice by not just saying, hey, we're going to give you Black Widow first, then all these shows?
But we don't know when Hawkeye is supposed to be coming out. They're just shooting it now.
They're just shooting it now. But if the character from a movie that's coming out, we don't know when, is already made.
Well, we know
It's
that
gonna
character
be on
doesn't
the show.
die. Well, they already said she was going to be the next Black Widow. So we know she's not going to die. We know Black Widow's not going to die because she doesn't die until she jumps off in to go get that Soul Stone.
So, spoiler alert.
I know. For a movie that everybody saw.
Fucking movie made more money than Titanic. Everybody and their mother saw it. So my question is like, do you think Disney's just gonna be like, fuck, man, let's just do this because we have all this other stuff. And
I think when it comes down to when it starts to like delay them making other films or launching other films or series, they're gonna have to bite the bullet. I don't feel like Black Widow's gonna make that much money anyway. I mean, the Marvel movies do make money, but I do just.
Somebody said worldwide it could make $1 billion, and I was just like,
how?
I don't know.
Is this like after everyone's got their COVID vaccine and it's the only movie you could go see?
No, this is pre-COVID.
Who said this?
Listen. Don't be a dick. I have a friend. He works in Hollywood, and he knows all this shit. Apparently, I have two people that have like connections to Hollywood. Because my friend from Brooklyn, who I go to wrestling shows, Queens, she knew about the fucking HBO Max announcement, and she was like, "Oh, I could finally let the secret out." And I was like, "You knew? Wow, you're good at keeping secrets." But
okay, but if she was really good, you would have known and then been like, "Oh, you were right."
No, because I literally didn't know.
Yeah, because anyone could say that.
Yes.
Oh, I could finally.
No.
I've been holding this in for a long time.
Because we got this covered. Has always been sitting there waiting to say, "Oh, look what we knew."
I
That
remember
fucking
when I was bitching about HBO Max. She was like, "Oh man, she was like, I work with them," and I was just like, I just didn't put two and two together. But he was saying is like, listen, they don't want to put a movie to the side that they can make money off of. I'm with you on this. I think this is dumb. I don't know why she got her own movie. She wasn't that interesting of a character. You could listen to old shows where I'm like, why do they make this woman more important than what she really is? Because if she's the top female character in Marvel, I think they fucked up because she is not that important.
Well, I mean, she's not even as strong as Miss Marvel, and that movie didn't really do that much.
No, and I even
or
asked
Captain
you,
Marvel.
I was like, yo, can you name me a fucking Black Widow storyline that in the comics everybody talks about? And like they can't.
No.
I'm like, she's not an interesting character. Unfortunately, they created her to be like a fucking whore, and I'm like, I don't know why the fuck they did that, but you know.
Well, because they use that power to get information and hold stuff over men.
So why is the She-Hulk a whore?
Because she's a lawyer.
Okay. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Like, if you're a lawyer, you just go get that information. You don't have to fuck that information out. Now, there are lawyers that probably do that, but...
So, my issue is, like, when they was like, oh, they, you know, the big three in the Avengers are Cap, Thor, and fucking Iron Man. And I'm like, why is this woman getting a fucking, like, they don't need to make a movie out of her. Now, if they wanted to do an all-female Avengers movie, I don't have a problem with that, because they're all important. But to give her own movie, nobody was like, gee, I wonder what she was doing all this time. Like, when they introduced her in Iron Man 2, I was just like, why? Like, I don't...
Joshua,
like
women get it done.
I guess, but nice boys.
Uncanny X-Men 268 was like the most, like out of any Black Widow storyline, that was the best thing, because that was where like Wolverine, Captain America, and Black Widow like all came together for the first time. Once again, they called it something like that, and it had amazing art by Jim Lee. So
let's
that's
do
like
this. This is the true test.
Okay.
Class, can you show me a Black Widow figure? Fuck! God damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
There. We go. From the movie.
Oh.
Yeah. So
why did her hair color change every fucking movie?
I don't know, hairstyle, hair color, and all that. I like
it was gray by the Avengers movie at the last one, but it was like it was dark red,
but then growing blonde or vice versa.
Yeah.
Well, she was stressed out, man. It was kind of like, and with half the world going, being snapped out, that was probably her hairdresser. Like
that was like another thing I didn't get in the last one. That she's like, oh, well, we can do anything. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't announce the team is gonna do certain things. Like even Okoye was like, dude, there's fucking 8 earthquakes underneath the water. We don't deal with it. Let it happen. And I just like, well, let me know if anything. Like, what? Shut the fuck up, man. Just.
Yeah, I mean, up here, look, that's all my Avengers up there. So yeah, you name it, I probably have an Avenger, including shitty ass Black Widow.
Doc, look what's up on the upper right hand of his screen. Look, if he's
here, I'll have to pin him. Hold on, so that we can all look.
Are we talking about this?
Like, look. No, that's the left. I'm talking screen.
Oh, well, I see. Well, no, hold on. Hold on, move your head. Move your head.
No,
head.
it's he doesn't have to move his head. It's right there. It's a clear view. What were we talking about?
I can't. Is she right there in between? Who is that?
What are you looking at?
Okay, go to. You see Archangel?
Where's Archangel? No, he needs to go the other way, right? I'm sorry. I see her now. I see her.
Yeah.
Yep. I see her. Come back down.
Who are we looking at?
Yeah, we'll talk about her in a little bit.
Don't worry.
Well, Doom Patrol Season 2 is looking like the Brotherhood of Data will be showing up.
Season 3, you mean?
Season 3, that's what I said.
You said Season 2.
Well, I'm going to fucking edit it out, and I'm going to edit this part out and say Season fucking 3. So let me remove this fucking pen.
We did a clap.
Yep. So, the Brotherhood of Dada will be showing up in Doom Patrol Season 3. If you don't know, why are you laughing? I'm just.
I don't
Are
know.
you not a Doom Patrol fan? Why would that would just
No.
absurd that you would start to laugh about that?
I know. It's so
The organization is a collection of supervillains devoted to all things absurd and bizarre, taking its name from the Dada art movement. And Mr. Nobody was denied membership in the Brotherhood of Evil, so he decided to form his own super team. The group is with Sleepwalk, Frenzy, Fog, and Quiz. So they're thinking that Alan Tudyk's Mr. Nobody may be showing up for season 3. If you've not watched Doom Patrol, if you've got HBO Max, it's actually one of the way better superhero shows where they didn't have to put Iris in charge of the Doom Patrol.
I think
Sorry.
Class is the only one that doesn't have a problem with females on the superhero movies.
No. Well, one, she's not in a movie. Like, my
I said
problem.
movies or shows.
No. Oh, okay. So let's justify that. Iris, who was a fucking reporter, they said, hey, we have this huge scientific building that any of the people working there could run it. She's got nothing to do. Let's put her in fucking charge of Star Labs. That makes no fucking sense. CW fucking writing.
yeah.
You know what makes me laugh though? Like when this was happening, she was like, we started Team Flash, and I was like, we?
Yeah, we? We? You didn't even know it was half the time.
Yeah, like I was just like, when she said that, I was like, what? No. How the fuck do you even know how to work this equipment?
Iris is the worst on that show. Just the worst. I'm not blaming the actress at all. It's the writing. But that character's
Guys, can I
horrible.
get the room for a minute?
But yes, be excited if you've not watched Doom Patrol. It is very, very, very good and really weird. And it's not for you do not watch it with your kids. If you've got kids,
No,
you do
don't
not
watch
watch Doom Patrol. It is.
DC does
fucking
a good
ghost.
job with their TV shows, man. DC does a really good. Like,
nah, not
like,
really.
You didn't think Titans was good? Like from what I've seen on Titans?
No, Titan season 1 was great. Titan season 2, I don't know what the fuck.
We had a discussion about it before you got on.
Really?
We had 45
Okay.
minutes class to talk about it. But Titans, as Joshua and I brought up the fact that he's like it's shitty writing, and I remember after I watched the second season, I was like, it feels like nothing really happened. Like you brought in a very cool character, like Deathstroke, and then nothing really happened.
like-
Really?
Like, put it to you this way. They nullified everything with Deathstroke in a matter of 10 minutes of that last episode.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm like, this wasn't done. Like, what a waste of a character. And even I went as far as saying they cast the wrong guy. It just didn't work. And I'm just like, what was this all about then? Like, and then like his daughter stays with them and the kids inside her. And I'm just like, what was the purpose of all this?
And it also
season 1.
It also seemed like most of it was like, oh, we can't go out because Deathstroke's out there. Okay.
Yeah, like they made it. Oh, we betrayed him. We fucking did something that we had to do to get a revenge. That the character that he killed. Like, but you didn't even fucking talk about that character.
No, I know. Yeah, yeah. Remember that time when Deathstroke showed up? You can tell us. But do you remember? No. It was bad. It was dark. Everybody left the Titan Tower because how bad it all went. What happened? It was bad.
And here's the part that makes me laugh even more. The last episode, the death. I'm looking at it and I'm like, because remember, I told you, Doc. I said I watched it later than when it premiered, and I said, all right, this is stupid. But you mean to tell me the guy who has the powers of Superman couldn't fucking just go, okay, I got it. He did it before, like literally before.
Nope. They don't
And he
know.
was just like,
They don't know what to
"Oh,
do with Connor. They don't
and
know
I'm
what to do
just
with
like,
Connor.
Oh God, man! I just bad acting, bad.
And then Dick randomly like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself arrested and thrown in jail. And then you send Starfire and Donna, like instead of like, who was it?
It was Donna Troy and Starfire.
I really don't feel like it was them because I was like the two people that didn't make sense.
No, because Donna was whatchamacallit. She asked Starfire like, "Yo, you alright? Like, you sure you got this?"
I'm checking. Keep talking.
All right.
Talk among yourself.
Anyway, so Yeah.
I've only seen season 1, and I enjoyed the hell out of season 1.
Like even with season
So-
1, the very first episode. Oh man, this fucking Robin just decided to come to Detroit. The same time this new fucking detective Dick Grayson decided to show up. Gee, no one could put 2 and 2 together. I'm sitting there, and he's just like these people are fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, that was it.
Throw logic aside, and I don't know. You're right. You're absolutely right. when it
I mean,
comes to
that was my only complaint about it, and I was just like, man, everything else seems like, and you can tell they kind of like knew they had something special there because the last episode kind of felt like, this is a 2-parter, and it didn't really
Right.
feel like. And if you watch the first episode of the new season, you're like, oh, this seems like this could have ended the way it should have ended in the first season, but I guess they knew they had something special and they split it up, and they
Well-
kind of did that with Swamp Thing too. I didn't like that.
And that's what I heard about Swamp Thing. I've been I guess I canceled my the DC universe, whatever the shit was called.
It's called Unlimited now. So.
Yeah, I canceled that shit when all that went down because of it's all on HBO Max, like y'all were saying now. So, so I just kind of I never gave Swamp Thing a chance because I knew after the first season it was over with, right?
Oh yeah. They didn't.
But I heard
it's
it was
still-
incredible, and I heard it was super gritty and shit.
Yeah, no, it was actually really fucking good. And
No, it was. It started to get good, and then the last few episodes are just like.
I liked it. I
Oh,
had fun
really?
with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of just stopped watching. I was just like, yeah, this is not really going anywhere.
It seemed, I don't know. Titans, from what I've seen, it looked good. The girl who played Starfire, she was just amazing, and I thought she was amazing. The little girl who played Raven, I thought she was really good. So.
Oh yeah, no, she does a.
And Dove.
Minka
Oh,
Kelly.
what, her
Yeah.
assets again?
I like that one
Yeah.
episode. Woo!
Yeah, don't get me started on Dove. So.
Oh yeah,
Who played Hawk? Hawk was cool, man. What was he
That-
from?
have you not
Marvel,
seen Blue
Aquaman
Mountain
was
State?
fun.
He was Aquaman. And yeah. That's right.
He's
That's
that
right.
from
And now
Blue
he's,
Mountain
he's,
State.
he's the new Jack Reacher, which is the actual representation of Jack Reacher.
Really? Okay. The dude was incredible.
I
Very cool
think
twist
my
on
issue was they didn't send Connor, or like you had more powerful people to go get Dick out of
So
prison.
you don't feel like Donna Troy was strong enough to get him out of jail?
Stronger than Connor?
I mean, she was fighting Connor at the end.
I mean, Donna Troy is one of the most powerful characters in the DC universe. I mean, Donna Troy's a badass.
I guess she's so badass. Why'd she die in some of those decent?
Yeah.
You know what, Doc? I'll go back to that episode tonight and I'll see if it was.
I'm
it was
on
either
the
her-
recap here, and I can't find. But for some reason, I'm it was like Raven and Gar went after him or something. But you think it was Donna Troy and Starfire?
Because I remember. Because you know what happened? She tries to power up and fucking. Because you know when they went to go after him,
Yeah.
it may be. You're right. It was Raven because I remember Donna Troy was saying, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go somewhere else." And
Oh yeah, she
took-
left. Yeah.
So it because they went to break him out right after they met the Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. The at the coffee scene. Yeah.
So it was Starfire, Raven, and it was all women at that meeting. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Yep.
So I think Donna Troy, I think you're right. It was Raven because I remember Raven going, "You sure you got this?" to Starfire. She's like, yeah. And then she powered up one last time.
Because women can do it. I got kicked out of a D&D group for having that opinion. Anyway,
Kicked out of D&D groups. It's very sad.
I know. No, that was the same group. Same group. I haven't. It's not like I've got kicked out of multiple groups. You were nearly kicked out of ours in Concave. For fucking
I was?
yeah, because you were just not paying attention, and that's why we were sending you into traps to kill you. Anyway,
I like that he didn't even realize it.
he didn't. We were like, "Hey, Joshua," we go, "Joshua,
was?
do this, roll this," and he goes, "Oh, I found something." I was like, "Fuck, it was a trap. We knew it was."
Well, if
You gotta
Concave
have
goes
the-
on again this upcoming year, I want to go.
Well, it's
Man,
it's
no,
not
I
happening.
really
In,
wanna go.
it's not happening in February. We're thinking of doing the one in July, like July 16th. Now it's beer only,
Okay.
but that doesn't matter to Joshua because he buys out the liquor store down the street so that he
That's
can
it.
carry it with him the whole time because
And
he
I
doesn't
work
like to
at a
get up.
hospital, And I will be drinking. I'll get vaccinated, so if this works out, I could travel and not have to worry.
I'm
about it.
super excited. I'm hoping that it happens in July so that we can play some board games and drink and
you
hang
know
out.
what? I want people to know that. Listen, they were playing a fucking Dungeons and Dragon game, and while that was happening, one of the biggest fucking heavyweight fights of all time was happening, and I was watching that. Plus, I was shit faced drunk.
Mhm.
What do you want me to
Yeah.
do?
It was a Rick and Morty D&D game, and he just wasn't really help. And
I've
then
never in my
and-
never in my life
and I-
have I played D&D, so I would be down like 4 flat tires to like try that as well.
the Rick and Morty
Just
one's
be
really
sober.
easy to play.
Be sober.
Okay.
I have to be sober. That was my mistake.
He
And
couldn't
I felt
focus.
bad.
Well, that
I
doesn't
felt
sound
bad.
fun.
And then this is what he does after we come back from Concave. Hey, the Rick and Morty game was really fun. I hope we can
No,
play that
no,
again.
don't lie. I said no. I said, hey, Kennedy, I'm sorry. I apologize, and I said, listen, if you want to do it, I can do it. We can do it while I'm here, or we could do it when I'm in New York. We'll do like a virtual thing. I don't care. I felt really bad. It's just I was really drunk, and I don't know what to tell you.
That's the whole point of Concave. We're supposed to be really drunk and playing some games. All right, continue on with video game news. Amazon is very sorry if you bought it from the UK Amazon for the PlayStation 5. That you might have gotten dog food and stuff instead of your Sony PlayStation. Apparently, somebody in the warehouse was keeping the PS5s for themselves and sending
Oh, no.
random shit in boxes. And now they said they will be replacing the PS5s, but they don't know when they're coming in because of the delays of the PlayStation
Ain't that
5s.
some shit? Somebody got fired, but still came off with a PS5.
Yeah, probably made more money than working at Amazon's warehouse.
That happened to a friend of mine's in California. He went the day of to get the PS5, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't have it." He's like, "What?" And when they input the like to say like the information, he gets the email saying, "Hey, your order's been canceled."
Oh,
Somebody,
Oh.
I was like, "Bro, somebody at Best Buy stole your fucking
Yep.
PS5." He's like,
Yeah,
"I
they did.
fucking know."
Yep.
I said, "If that was me, somebody would have got hurt." Like,
Dude, I was
seriously.
at Walmart just the other day and looking around at some of the NECA stuff over by like electronics, and this guy walked in and was like, "Online it says that you guys have a PlayStation 5 here," and one of the guys was like, "Nah, man, we don't have one. We don't have one." A manager came out, they looked, and he was like, "Oh, let me go look in the back." Sure enough, there was like one PS5, which I take it an employee probably like hid back there, and somehow I guess the guy got caught, and like he found the serial number or whatever, and it showed that there was one back there. A dude ended up finding it, and he was like, "Wow, sure enough, here's one." I was like, "Wow, had I known, I would have like asked. I don't even want one. I would have just got one and like flipped it for $1,000."
There was a Taiwanese man who was lucky enough to score the newest PlayStation 5, but he didn't get to keep it long because his wife found out that he bought the console instead of an air purifier. So she made him sell it on Facebook.
Aw.
for double the price.
She made him.
Uh,
Had no right. What the
not for double the price. When he contacted the person who was looking to ultimately buy the system from him, he said that the woman she had a female voice, didn't sound like much of a gamer, and the price is also the cheapest to find that day. And it said his wife told him he was not allowed to have it and had to.
What?
Like, why would you just then like buy that
Get a
air
divorce?
purifier? But no, not divorce. Like she was
No,
like, you
dude.
gotta go sell that.
Dude, what the fuck, man? Someone say, "No, you cannot." Come on.
Well, and
The fuck? It's not
in
his
her defense,
Mom.
in her defense, she told him to use this money to buy an air purifier. I don't know what fucking air purifier costs $500.
They don't cost $500.
Dude, are they living in a mold infested?
I've got a
asbestos
dehumidifier
infested
that
house?
costs like $50, and
Come on,
it handles
man.
like, yeah, I don't know.
Fuck that.
I mean, it does look like an air humidifier. I mean, if you look at it. So then the question is like, how did I know Joshua got a hookup on a PlayStation 5? Everything
I
he
ain't gonna
went.
fucking hook up. I just fucking got lucky. And
I thought somebody said, "Hey, you can buy one."
no, somebody.
That's
when the initial sales started on that day, I couldn't get through.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, "Hey, they just released a link for the digital one on Best Buy. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Fuck it." I went to the digital one. I couldn't get it. I went back to my cart, which had 2 games, the system, and a controller. And I was like, fuck it, let me try it. And I pressed proceed to checkout and purchase, and it went through. And I was like, yay, I was lucky. And that's it. And then I went to go pick it up, and I was like 5th in line because people didn't understand that there's a 30-minute window, and people kept coming later and later. And then once they started letting us in, you realize who was there to pick up a PlayStation 5 and who was there to get robbed.
Did they have the Cash App clothing on? Or those are the ones that were robbing the people?
No, they just can't, because people because
M&M jackets.
Because when
dare
you go to when you go to pick up these things, they tell you, hey, have your phone ready.
Right.
Like there's an escalator, and people kept coming up with their phones out. Like 3 dudes just came in with their hands in their pockets, just looking at everybody, and we just knew, like,
after you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you.
Let me ask you a question. One dude, this shit was so funny. He comes in, he's like, "Yo, what the fuck is this line for?" They're like, "PlayStation 5." He's like, "What the fuck? It's mad long." I'm like, "How do you not know this line was gonna be long?"
Right.
And
You mean everybody wants a PlayStation 5 right now?
yeah, because these are all this is pre-order. There wasn't like none to be like
Exactly,
PlayStation
yeah.
4. So this guy is just like making a big fucking scene, and I'm just like, yep, he's gonna rob somebody. And he just starts talking to people like, "Yo, man, you in line for a PS5?" They're like, "Yo, this is the PS5 line. Get to the
No,
back."
sir,
of it."
I'm here for a Switch.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, like at least 3 dudes I knew they want to pick somebody off and rob them.
Oh no. Class, did yours go well?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when I was for the Xbox, I pre-ordered mine, like we said, like a month ahead of time. I was in line about a month before it came out. Stood in line for 2 hours, second in line, and when I was leaving, it was about, they opened an hour early that day, so I was leaving. They opened at 10. I was leaving around 10:30ish, and people were just rolling up, and they were like, "They're already sold out? What the fuck?" And it's like, dude, we've been here since 8. And they were shocked and like pissed. I was like, come on, man. Like, it's the same type of people. Probably let their wives tell them they can't have one and shit, man. Fucking idiots. Dude, like, I don't know. I'm still baffled about this guy that's like, she made him get rid of it.
She made him get rid of it. Yep.
What the fuck, man? Like, what kind of...
Like, he didn't sell it for a profit. Like, it was like...
Yeah.
The cornerstone of any relationship is trust and communication. And
He is
one
correct.
Of those cornerstones.
Okay, maybe, but man, he didn't have to fucking put his balls in a purse and like, just like, oh, whatever you say, yeah, I'm okay with
All right,
it. Like,
all right.
come on, man.
The PS5, I'll take everything in the divorce, and then I get the PS5.
yeah, and you'd be much happier.
So as you all knew,
Jesus.
my situation didn't go as well. I did get a pre-order on Amazon, and then they said, well, it could be delayed. And then as the day that we were supposed to all start to find out if we're getting them, and you're seeing online that, I got mine from Amazon, I came in early, blah blah blah, and then an email comes at like 10 o'clock, like, oh, yours could show up anytime between now and the end of December. It's like, fuck.
Oh my god!
Like, this is great. And
Now they didn't charge you already, did they?
no, it was still considered pending.
Yeah, Amazon doesn't charge until it's shipped.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so I had it pre-ordered, but I'm not getting it. And then the day that it all came out, like Walmart, I tried doing a Walmart. That was clusterfuck. And then later in the evening, they're like, oh yeah, Microsoft's gonna have a bunch up. And so, like, I saw on Reddit, so I jumped on there, and boom, I could order one. I'm like, awesome. Now I'll just go ahead and cancel Amazon. I've got the Microsoft one. Put in the order. Email comes. You could get this by the 23rd. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't tell me you've got stock, and it's not really stock. It's just like it's make believe. That's
It's
the
like
whole.
in Dumb and Dumber, the IOUs.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, the whole point is, like, I am ordering because you're saying you have stock and then you don't. So then it was the waiting game of who's going to show up with my Xbox first. And lo and behold, Amazon just randomly the week before Black Friday, like that Sunday night, they're like, "Hey, Tuesday, you're getting your Xbox." And I'm like, "Awesome!"
So you got one.
I got one, and so because
Nice.
I'm a nice guy, and I'm one of my really good friends, I said, "Hey, do you want my Microsoft one?" And he said yes, and he was nice enough to go ahead and send me the money. So it's everything's sitting pending in PayPal.
It's just gonna be like, wait, as soon as you say, "Hey, you want it?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" You got PayPal?
Well, just understand there were already people knew that I had 2 pre-orders, and I was waiting to find out which one was coming in. And in my mind, I was like, "I'll just cancel the other one." And then everybody's like, "I'll just buy it from you. I'll just buy it from you." And I was just like, "I'm gonna take care of Josh if he wants it."
Until a dude in a fucking M&M jacket roll up.
Well, I know, yeah, exactly. Well, no, I mean they're not gonna roll up. It's so
Listen,
now.
I'm the system
on the
king
door.
when Doc got me a Switch and now an Xbox Series X.
Right.
Yep,
I was like,
yep.
Dude, what do you got, man? What do you got on Doc, man? You got like nudes or something.
He
in
got
it.
nothing on
Because
me.
He's just
You know-
hooking you up
you
with
know
like
what
the
it is?
systems.
Well, you already got
Humble
yours,
guy.
class, so there was no point in offering it to
I know.
some money bags over there.
You know what
Now
it
it's gonna have a
was? Yeah,
PS5
that's
and
what
an
it was.
Xbox.
At the end of the day, Doc, and I'll give Doc credit because Doc was like, he sold it to me at retail, but Doc was just like, he knows I'm gonna like fork it over right away. Because
Yeah.
anybody else would probably be like, "Oh, I'll give you half now, half later." Doc don't play that shit.
No,
man,
it's like because
no,
I knew I
that's
could
right.
probably sell it to somebody, or I could be a real dick and put it up and like, hey, you can
Yeah.
get this, and
Definitely make a profit
yeah,
off of it.
I can,
So-
yeah, but no, I'd rather help a friend out because
That's
he needs 2 gaming systems right now. So
Do you have a PS5, Joshua?
yes, he does. We just had that whole
I thought
conversation.
that's what you said. No, I thought that's what you said. So I was like, holy shit. You're right, because Doc did just say he's like Mr. Moneybags with both of them. I was like, Jesus.
Well,
So,
I don't have
wow.
both of them yet, and I like the fact that Doc was like, "Great fucking unboxing on your Instagram story." I'm like, yeah, just,
Yeah, this
Here you
this
go.
was his unboxing. Well, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Got
And I'm
it.
like, that's what you're doing? There it is. There it is. It's heavy. There it is.
wait till you see the Xbox unboxing. It's gonna be fucking fantastic.
So yeah, if you want to follow Joshua's unboxing or how many beers he's
shit.
drank or whatever, you can follow him on Instagram. But we'll quickly wrap up. I know we were going to talk about Marvel's Avengers, but we can hold off for the next show. But Marvel Strike Force apparently has got some news going on. And Joshua, would you, since you seem to be our correspondent in the Marvel Strike Force world?
Yeah, so Marvel Strike Force has introduced a new tag for X-Men, the Astonishing X-Men. And we got one X-Men relocated to the team, which is Beast. We get Iceman and Kitty Pryde. And now we have announced a new legendary Astonishing X-Men. Yes, the people that play the game. And Chris Class, I want to explain to you, a legendary character is someone of great power, potential, and everything. So Magneto, Phoenix, they're legendary characters. So
Okay.
who would you think is the next legendary character for the Marvel Strike Force team of Astonishing X-Men?
Well, since I'm not familiar with who's already out and who's not, but I mean,
Well, I
looking
just
at
told you, I said,
legendary.
Like
Yeah.
Magneto and the Phoenix, Jean Grey Phoenix and Dark Phoenix, they're the same character. They are legendary characters in the game. So who would you think? Because when you have to unlock a legendary character, you have to get a certain type of characters to unlock this character.
Yeah, because
So
he
it's
has to.
not
He usually, like he says, I've got to collect all these so that I can get this major character.
So yeah,
Right,
so
so
who
if
would
you
you
got a
think?
Magneto and you've already like a Dark Phoenix, someone that powerful, an Apocalypse maybe, or
That's
That's
a,
what
that's
I
a good
thought,
question. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think some. I would go Apocalypse. Maybe
I said Omega Red.
Mr. Sinister.
Like, is Omega Red even out?
Yeah, Omega Red would be a good one. That's a very popular and like powerful villain. Like not to the
Mm.
point of like those two, but yeah, I could see that.
Okay, well, if you look behind you,
To your-
you'll see the next legendary.
To your left
character.
shoulder. Left
Is
shoulder.
it Jubilee?
Yes, it's fucking
Oh my
Jubilee.
god. Jubilee. Okay.
I mean,
Cracker.
with Julia, like, are people
Fireworks.
really like, oh, I
Fireworks.
fucking got to get that character. That's who I need to get.
Hmm.
I like literally I've never seen guys get so fucking upset. Like I was just like when I first saw it, and then the fucked up thing is the reason why I was like, why is this so weird? Because they usually when they introduce a character, they give you what they can do. And with Jubilee, they were like, well, we're only gonna give you one thing she can do. And I was like, why the fuck are they doing that? And they made a typo because they were supposed to put she's the next legendary character. Everybody in the game on the Discord chat was like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding us? What? How is she fucking like
you missed my reaction because we were talking about this because we had 50 minutes before you came on the air because we were at Target.
40.
Yes. So again, we like Joshua and I, he was breaking down like, hey, who do you think? And I was naming characters I felt were extremely powerful.
Sure.
It would make sense. And then he says Jubilee, and it was like a spit take. I just lost. I was like, that character was not even in close. Like Dazzler would have been quicker than Jubilee, for fuck's sakes.
Right. yeah. I'm trying to think of like who would be a weaker character than like a Jubilee.
Like what's that fucking creature
Morph
thing?
can at least turn into like different characters. Maybe not have their power, but like Dazzler or Boom Boom. That would be the next, like, that's basically a blonde-haired Juba. Leech, yeah. I mean, who else do you have? Like, yeah, that's about a wolf's bane. No, she's at least has claws, and it's like a wolf. Yeah, Dazzler, you put Dazzler, Jubilee, and, like, Boom Boom in the same category. That's they're all just, like, little firecracker, like, no. Definitely not in this.
And the X-Men animated series, I was like, this chick is in the main title. She sucks.
Oh, she is. She is.
Right. I think that was like more like catering towards like the teenagers that are like, ooh, a young
there
girl.
was no
like,
fucking teenagers. Like, it's like, hey, you destroyed this arcade game, you stupid mutant. Like,
exactly. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's like, I guess everyone had like comic book readers, like. You all have like, or we all, I don't want to say you all because I'm a comic reader. Everyone has their like comic book crush. Who was yours, Joshua? Because I had two that I could think of. Who was yours?
I'm not going to say I had a crush. I just like anyone Frank Cho drew.
Oh, he draws them thick.
Yeah.
He draws them thick. Yeah. He does a very good Mary Jane. Yeah. You got it. How can you not go with Psylocke in her ninja gear? Dude, that was like epitome of like 90s. Like I was like 15, 16, read that drawn by Jim Lee. I was like, dear God, dude. So like there was definitely Psylocke and Rogue. Like, come on.
I ain't gonna lie, fucking Rogue from the animated series was fucking hot.
Yeah, man, yeah. But Psylocke, like from like, when she was in the ninja outfit drawn by Jim Lee, yeah, that did it for me. What about you, Doc?
With from the 90s you're talking about?
No. Just I was saying how like every comic book reader has like their crush or whatever you could say.
Oh, I don't know. I always thought Gen 13.
Gen 13, Fairchild.
Yeah, Fairchild.
That's a good one.
Or even Witchblade.
That's a popular one. There you go. Witchblade's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Yep. I don't know. Are we losing you, Joshua?
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I was supposed to do my last poll.
I know. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Joshua. What'd you learn this week? Quickly.
I learned that when you feel like being Elliot and your name's Ellen, you could just be Elliot.
Okay, I don't get that.
It's Ellen Page is now Elliot Page. So.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes.
Hold on.
You got
what? I did see that. Is she going through a transition?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know. She's just identifying as male. She's a trans male, but I don't think she's getting the penis put on.
Oh, can they do that?
Yes, they extend out the clit is what they do.
Bye, everybody. See you later.
Bye, Joshua.
Buddy.
Yeah, they extend out the clit
a
too.
Procedure.
There is, yes.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. I don't know.
I guess that's what you learned this week. Is
Okay. All right, I learned two things. One, I can't keep track of time because I was 30, 40, now 50 minutes late.
Oh yeah, we're adding more time.
Two, and then two, that you can extend it out.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
If they can do that, why can't they extend it?
Apparently, no, they can too. They I guess they cut it and then pull it and extend it, but you lose a lot of the flexibility and everything else with it. It damages the penis.
I mean, not that I'm.
You don't want that. It's not. You just work with what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay.
Yes.
We'll go with that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, really, do you need something bigger unless you're in a movie showing it off? So, yeah.
Right.
I don't know. So, class, how can they learn more about you?
What did you learn, Doc?
Let's see. What did I learn today? I learned that even though I thought Metal Gear or Metalhead was going to be hard to get, then I see him in a shot at Target next to a Bumblebee. So he must not be that difficult to get. So hopefully my luck with Starscream on next Friday's Target Funko Friday will not be difficult to order them. I was like, oh, maybe I got the good luck because it's Black Friday and other people are trying to get fucking Xboxes and order other shit that maybe I'll be able to snag him. And because some of these go and it's difficult to get, but fuck me, apparently wasn't that. But I'm still happy. I'm glad I'm got him. Yeah, so
that's a nice find. I noticed that when I first logged on. I saw that and I was like, very cool pickup there. I will keep track for Starscream for you too, buddy.
Well, I will tell you if I order him, but I appreciate it. Yeah, he goes live Friday at Target. I think at like 9 in the morning. So if you're out at a Target at 9 in the morning, give me a holler. So then, yes, how can they learn more information about you?
Go on YouTube and follow Craven the Toy Hunt. That's my YouTube channel, Toy Hunt channel. Just having fun, like right along, and let's find some toys, let's find some figures, collectibles, statues, all that stuff. And you can follow me on Instagram. It's Craven. It's what is it? On Instagram? It's Craven the Toy Hunt, and on Twitter, it's at Craven Toy Hunt.
That is correct. And if you want to follow more on Frackin' Nerds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, where you can watch the video if you're wanting to listen to the podcast. Pretty much any place you can listen to podcasts. Even great now that with Amazon Alexa, you can actually say, I want to listen to the fracking, don't even... okay, you're having trouble connecting to the internet. That's good. But you can actually say, hey, I want to listen to the Frackin' Nerds podcast, and she'll bring up the most recent. So if you're driving or at home, listen to the podcast.
I'm trying to link at the end of every Craven the Toy Hunt. I'm trying to link the last episode of Craven the Toy Hunt, like the previous one, as well as the latest episode of Frackin' Nerds too. So
excellent, we appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. We love giving support out there. So hopefully we'll be back on sooner. I just had to get through my busy time of working, and with class, it's always busy time since nobody wants to wear a mask. So that's what it is. So class, stay healthy. So for Joshua all the way on the East Coast on his last poll, and class over there in Indiana, this is Doc Martin saying, have a frackin' good week.